When I speak to people about the evergreen group program model, they love the sound of it. They love the sound of having an offer that's open all the time that you don't have to launch into. This sounds great until you realize that your audience isn't growing fast enough to sustain enrollments into your group program. And I fix this with one simple rule that I use in my business and I use with all my clients, and it's the 100 new leads per month rule. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing exactly what this looks like, why it works, and the 3 growth strategies that you can choose from in order to make this work for your business without hustling, without launching, and without selling our soul to marketing as well. So here's the thing that most people miss about Evergreen. Because you're selling the same offer all year round, eventually, unless you grow your audience, you're going to run out of hot leads. You're just going to be selling and people are going to get so used to what you're saying and they don't need it right now. So you're basically going to run out of people. So you need a system for bringing fresh, new leads. I wish there was a better word for leads because it sounds horrible, doesn't it? Like fresh, new, ideal clients into your world every single month. Now, why 100? This isn't like a set formula, but for me, 100 is the sweet spot. What I found is when you're focused on the kind of sustainable growth of 100 people, that number is achievable without hustling your ass off. And it's enough if you're bringing in 100 new people onto your email list, for example, every single month to consistently fill an evergreen group program. So there's 3 growth paths that I teach in my program Amplify, and I'm going to share with you now. And I'll share with you as well the one that's my favorite, the one that I use in my business. So the 3 options are paid ads, organic growth, and partnerships. Another way I like to speak about this is built, borrowed, or forgotten the other B. Let's just stick with ads, organic, or partnerships. So I absolutely love paid ads. It's probably my favorite because it's fast, it's scalable, and it means you're not constantly having to create like endless content. You can have quite a slick content strategy and you can rely on ads to do the heavy lifting for you. I have been running basically the same lead magnet ad for the last 4 years. And I grow my email list typically by 300 to 400 a month. But when you add unsubscribes, because I'm quite a big email marketer, I email quite a lot, it probably ends up around 100 to 200 a month in terms of new leads. The downside with paid ads, one, you have to have the budget for it. In my program, we recommend having a minimum of £300 a month. But if you can be in this for the long game and see the benefit of growing your audience by these ideal clients every single month, then 3, 6, 12 months down the line, when these people start to be ready, those that weren't ready straight away, then you just end up with this domino effect of people reaching out to work with you, which is wonderful. So we've got the cost. The other downside is there's a bit of a learning curve in terms of learning them. So you may want to pay for someone to run your ads, do an ads course, which can obviously take time. And the way we do this in my program is I have an ad specialist, Sophie, she's wonderful, and we have an ads pathway that shows you step by step how to do it and then gives you the formula for doing it yourself. So all you need to do is your ads cost. But there is a little bit of a learning curve around that, and you need to ensure your messaging is dialed in because you don't want to waste money with ads while you're learning how to do it. Our second strategy is organic content. Now, if you're not ready for ads, this can be a great place to start, but it tends to be quite slow. So think things like LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. These are all organic strategies, blogging, although that's harder now with AI. Although it's slower, when you do it consistently, one, it's free, but your content can have quite a short shelf life in that you've got to constantly create to bring new people in. And the key is consistency and focus. If you split your focus, you're not going to be able to keep up with algorithm changes and strategies and tactics changes on those platforms. Now, your third option is partnerships and collaborations. And I wish I was more of a people person to allow me to do this because I think this is probably the fastest free way you can do it. And you can see really rapid growth with the right strategic partnerships. But the reality is my introverted self just does not enjoy this. But if you thrive on connection, then really thinking about how you can do smart strategic partnerships in your business is such a good way to grow. So for example, me as a business coach, I might partner with a copywriter. And I do, like I have a copywriter in my program Amplify, or a Facebook ads person. And again, I do that. I bring those experts in. But where people have an aligned audience, you can be swapping lead magnets, you can be co-running workshops, you can be promoting each other's programs, running a signature workshop for their audience. There's all sorts of different ideas that can lead to really fast growth, especially if you've both got quite a nice audience already. So let me share where most people get this wrong, because honestly, I don't believe that most people get this wrong because they choose the wrong strategy. They fail because they give up too soon, or they split their focus and they try and do multiple things at once. So this isn't meant to feel frantic. And the key to adding 100 new leads a month is having a monthly rhythm and a repeatable strategy, not like doing one thing for 1 week and another thing. And it's very hard for you to actually know what's working if you're like really slapdash and you're trying to do 10 different things. The hidden secret behind audience growth, and please don't underrate this, is your messaging and your ability to craft a point of view and a message and an offer that solves the problem of your ideal client, that when they read your content, when they see your next video, when they see your next post, when they read your next email, it's, oh my God, you're in my head. When you are able to articulate your ideal client's problems better than they are, and you bring clarity in that simplicity of explanation, whether you're sharing a model, a framework, or a truth they weren't aware of, they automatically associate you with being the one that can solve that problem. So like watertight messaging is the key to audience growth, because that is the thing that is going to build that trust and credibility. Now, all of this rule, the 100 leads rule, is utterly pointless unless you're then going to be nurturing your audience. And I had this with a client recently. He was getting loads of leads via ads and he was like, oh, no one's buying. And when we looked at it, I was like, hold on a minute, you're not emailing them after the welcome sequence. Why not? And he'd set up his welcome sequence with me, and then he just wasn't sending any more emails. So basically, unless people bought in the first 30 days, which is going to be minimal, like 10% if you're lucky, then they had no other opportunity to buy. So you have to commit to the longer term nurture of sharing your expertise and your genius in whatever marketing one you've chosen. If you've enjoyed this today, I'd love to know in the comments, what is going to be your core strategy for growing your audience? And if you'd like to book a 15-minute game plan call with me, we can hop on a call and figure this out. How can we fill your group program month on month with a consistent lead strategy? Thanks for watching.